Today is a special day here at Dassault Systems. We're announcing release R2022x of the 3D Experience Platform. What is a 3D Experience Platform? The 3D Experience Platform is a way to connect the dots between applications, processes, data, people, and many more. Speaking of applications, we'll be taking a look specifically at one that's very cherished by its community of users, CATIA. So with that, I'm going to introduce Olivier Sapin. Hello, Olivier.
Hello.
CEO of the CATIA brand. Olivier, what's new and what's going on here on the campus and with CATIA?
Hello Dominique, I'm doing well. I'm so pleased to be with you at our campus in Paris. I welcome our community of users in this special place. Over 1,000 engineers work here in Vélizy to define, develop, test and maintain our CATIA solution portfolio. We are really at the heart of CATIA. Over the last month, they have worked even harder to deliver a new set of applications or to enhance the existing CATIA application as well. We have listened to your concern, business needs. We have worked with clients, partners and CATIA champions to deliver what really matters the most to you.
We're all eager to know more about this new release of CATIA. Can you tell us more, Olivier?
Yes, of course. You know, there is a lot of new functionality in this release. As a matter of fact, I can't cover all of them now. Rather select a few of them to illustrate what is to me the most exciting things coming. Before talking about the future, let's have a quick look back. Today, CATIA has been with you for 40 years. We will celebrate our 40th anniversary soon in December. Join us for the celebration. CATIA has been with generation of engineers working in various industries, from OEMs and their suppliers to smaller companies, and enable them to imagine, model, simulate any type of product. CATIA is the world-leading solution for product design. The car you drive, the plane you fly, 90% of them are designed with CATIA. With CATIA, you can shape the world we live in. This is our promise to you. And if today we are going to present to you the content of 3D Experience CATIA release, CATIA based on the 3D Experience platform, version 6 and more, we never forget our CATIA V5 community. Some of these users have been with us since the beginning. They hold a special place in our heart, and we will of course continue to support them and maintain the CATIA V5 version.
So Olivier, what's the future of CATIA?
Well, Dominic, first and foremost, CATIA is the best geometrical core modeler and is known for its high geometric accuracy. It is robust, engineers can quickly iterate without the model failing. With this new release, you can create, for instance, engineering connection up to 30% faster, as well as a better assistance through predefined types and templates. Also, we bring more and more value in the concept stage, because this is where engineers can make the difference by studying thousands of alternatives and selecting the best one.
Well, okay, Olivier, that's amazing. But can you give us some more precise examples of what you're talking about?
Yeah, sure. It means CATIA can now assist you much earlier in the design phase. For instance, you can enter your parameters or constraints at the very beginning of the design phase. And CATIA will take them into account and propose the most appropriate concept. And you will be able to collaborate thanks to 3D Experience platform and iterate as much as needed with your multidisciplinary teams anywhere in the world. Another great example, CATIA now offers engineers the possibility to run the most common simulation themselves in the design phase before handing over to their analyst colleagues. We call this integration mod sim for modeling and simulation together. Can you imagine the time saved? And time is money, right?
Very promising indeed, Olivier. You mentioned parameters and constraints. And we live in an era where data is critical. How do you see this influencing the future of CATIA?
Well, this is the second thing I would like to highlight here. CATIA now deals with more and more data. Here I can take two examples. Weight and balance manager role. It's a new in 22x, allow you to choose the best design to fit to weight, center of gravity, inertia targets. Another great example is our new eco-design engineer role that allows you to evaluate again in the very early stage of the design phase, the potential sustainability impact of your product, even before that it exists. You can study different material alternatives and evaluate the environmental impact thanks to 16 indicators. This is super important. You know how much sustainability is at the top of our agenda today.
Okay, Olivier, it's great to see that we are at the forefront of helping designers and engineers manage eco-sustainability in the design process. But in summary, you're also talking about the more data and how they work with more data. It's a huge challenge for them, Olivier. Are they ready for that?
Well, Dominic, you're absolutely right. This is a huge challenge for our users and a big transformation in the way they do product design today. Here again, we are with them as we have developed and embarked in CATIA more and more automation capability driven by AI, artificial intelligence. CATIA provides an enhanced set of applications to deploy efficiently company knowledge and best practices. The CATIA generative design application portfolio now covers not only parts, but assemblies, and now new studies like flow-driven design as well.
So let's keep in mind this transition to conceptual design, where artificial intelligence is guiding the future of CATIA. What's in it today for creative designers, Olivier?
Yeah, creative designer community is so important to us. As you may know, only CATIA combines highly accurate 3D modeling with Class A surface capabilities to design aesthetic shapes for designers, Class A modelers. This release delivers a new user interface to boost productivity, innovation, and collaboration. Globally speaking, there is another big move happening here, from product design to experience thinking.
Hold on a second. Olivier, what's the difference? Design thinking, what's the difference between the two?
To make a long story short, I would say that humans or people make the difference. That's why with this release, we deliver a new role called Human Experience Designer to evaluate very precisely how people experience or interact with products. And by studying certified ergonomics with our partners CA application Ramsys, so creative designer will move this way from product to experience by capturing the real to virtual human and make a better design experience for consumer by improving study of human experience in interacting with products, plus an entire suite of enhanced application allowing better visualization, sharing, immersive collaboration between dispersed design teams around the world.
So Olivier, we have already performed two big moves from product design to conceptual design and experience thinking. What's next?
Well, the next move is already here today. Look at your watch, your mobile phone, the car you drive, the bike you ride. It's more and more connected. Often today our products are no longer mechanical products. Most of them are composed of electrical, electronics, software components. They are connected to each other as many elements of a big systems. Just think about what your phone was 40 years ago and what your mobile phone is today, and you'll get it. For us, engineers, the increasing complexity is our biggest challenge. And CATIA, with the acquisition of Stimulus, Nomagic, and our whole portfolio of cyber systems, has strongly invested to integrate and offer best-in-class MBSE, model-based system engineering, cyber experience solution on 3D Response platform. Integration of this solution with the platform will really democratize the use of system engineering solution among a larger number of users.
So from product design, conceptual design, experience thinking, and systems engineering and design, this is the roadmap for CATIA for 2 years. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Olivier?
Yes, you may not be aware, but CATIA is also specialized for construction and buildings design and engineering. Architects, engineers develop amazing buildings, bridges, and other civil infrastructure using CATIA. In 22x, we continue to increase our capabilities to design linear infrastructures, roads, railway projects, and always in context of the terrains. In addition, we are greatly increasing our structural engineering capabilities. R2022x brings improved capabilities to design concept structures in steel and concrete, as well as detailed design functionality for rebars and steel connection. Well, Dominic, thank you very much. Well, that was just an overview. There is so much to share with our communities of users. So why don't we meet the experts now?
My pleasure, Olivier, and thank you. I'll be joining you and taking on a tour of those experts. So stay with us and join us here live on the community.
See you there.
Now that we've just concluded with Olivier Sapin, let's go see the head of CATIA Styling and Design, Xavier Maconian. Follow me. Xavier, can you tell us more about what's new in design and styling?
So first of all, it's about creative design. You know, we are moving, and our user community are moving from product design to experience design thinking. So for us, it was very important to introduce in all our creative design tools a human, virtual human, to help our designers at any time, even in the early phase of creative design, to design in context of the human. So the better way to design the experience is to put the human at the center of your design thinking. That's why the virtual human can behave directly with the virtual model while you're sketching, modeling in 3D or in virtual reality. You can also experience the consumer experience in the virtual world. So by putting yourself into the human incarnation, into the virtual human incarnation, we are introducing now motion capture and the full body motion capture. So you can interact in the virtual world with your product, your cabin, your car interior, or whatever design you're doing, being inside the virtual human.
Okay, amazing, amazing stuff, Xavier. So the second topic, and you talked about design and quality. I think there's something more you want to talk about what's new with the iSimSurf?
Yeah, absolutely. So iSimSurf is our standalone product, which has a long future every year with a new release. Now we're integrating that on the 3D Experience platform with a new application, which is called iSim Design Experience, that we have introduced last year, and we're doing a big step forward this year on the 2022x, especially collaborating with some customers, which are already in production for car program with this application. And in the 2022x release, we are introducing a new concept, which is called soft parametric. The goal is to give to the creative people and the Class A modeler very easily, quickly doing sculpting modeling, like you do with your traditional surfacing software. But if they do a design change, with the soft parametric approach, you can update your model, partially or fully. It gives you the power to do a lot of iteration of creativity, to explore many ideas thanks to this soft parametric approach.
And the third topic, Xavier, virtual plus real. What are we doing now with virtual plus real in product experience?
So V plus R product experience is very important for us. So in 22x, we also did a lot of efforts to introduce new things to improve the product experience at any stage of the process. And we are also embracing a new trend in CATIA, which is modeling and simulation, MODSIM. Is to allow designers and engineers to work together to a point that they can innovate together. So you can do modeling and simulation at the same time, and we want to put this modeling and simulation so close together that we have this iterative loop of design, creativity, exploration, and simulation at the same time. It's opened a world of doing the right design faster and to explore much more ideas.
Okay, thank you so much, Xavier. And again, join us on the community to explore more details about these topics and more that we didn't get a chance to talk about at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. See you.
See you. Now let's go meet Romain Perron, head of CATIA Design and Engineering. Follow me. Romain, you have a big team. There's been a lot of work going on. Tell us about yourself and the achievements of you and your team's work in release R22x.
Hi, Dominic. As you said, I lead the team for design engineering for CATIA. You have seen Xavier just before.
Yes.
I think he showed many great things that we have improved in this release. And I'm going to talk a little bit about engineering now. In the release R2022x, we deliver so many things, and I will not have the time to speak about everything, but you can find that on the community. You have all the announcements. If I want to list two things, The first one will be everything we have done for concept engineering, because this is really where ideation starts, the realm of innovation and imagination, and we connect modeling and simulation. And here you have to basically start to imagine new things, new variations, new design improvements. And what we have done is we have worked a lot on the robustness of the update, basically, in the core mechanical roles, like mechanical designer. And any parametric change that you might do before, you need to have all the knowledge to do that so that it be very resilient to any change. Now, we have captured this knowledge inside the software so that you can do any parametric change and it will update, it will work. And then you will be able to automatically assess with a simulation your design. And so that you are really sure of what you are exploring and everything you can explore in design.
Cool. Okay.
So that's the first thing. And so the second thing I want to talk about is the new role that we deliver, which is eco-design engineer. And it's really important to me. This is everything we have done to bring sustainability at the heart of design engineering. We are working with a world-leading company on bringing eco-design data on sustainability, which is EcoInvent. And we are able to assess the whole life cycle of the product we design, from cradle to grave, from material extraction up to production and delivery. And this knowledge is captured at the heart of the design. It means that you can do some alternatives and check whether it really has a strong impact or not on the environment and how you can improve that inside your design with design and simulation. And I think it is key.
So Ronan, you said there's a long list of enhancements. Amazing. And we can read about those on our own. But there's two big enhancements. One, you talked about making the dream possible, with design and simulation combined, a highly robust model. And two, you talked about the new tools for eco-sustainability, guiding engineers through their work to understand their impact and how to improve that while they're designing. Thank you so much, Roman.
Exactly, you got it. Thank you.
Now let's meet Jonathan Asher, head of CATIA R&D for construction. Follow me. Hello, Jonathan. How are you doing?
Hi, Dominique. I'm well, thanks.
Good to see you.
You too.
Can you tell us a bit about what you and your team have been doing, Jonathan?
Yes, absolutely. So we've made a lot of exciting changes and a lot of exciting enhancements for the 22x release. We focused our R&D efforts mostly on road and railway design, structures design and engineering for both bridges and buildings, terrain modeling, and generative design.
Great topics, Jonathan. Can you tell us more about the road and railways?
Yes, absolutely. So the big thing in 22x now is you'll be able to experience your road design from a first-person perspective. You go inside the vehicle, you travel along the alignment, or you can leave your body and have a bird's eye view from a drone's perspective. It's really great.
Thank you, Jonathan. And what about structures design?
We've made a lot of great enhancements to the structures design capabilities for both bridges and buildings. First, on the steel structures side, we've made great enhancements to connect the concept design model to the detailed engineering model, passing from one model to the next with the click of a button. For concrete structures, we've enhanced the rebar design functionality. The breakthrough this year is being able to model groups of layers of bars all at the same time, creating templates out of them and using them in different models. We've also automated the drawing creation and data sheet or design table creation of those bars.
So you were talking there specifically about the enhancements for buildings and bridges. What about the bigger context on terrain modeling?
We've made great enhancements to terrain modeling in 22x. The first thing we've done is we've improved our capabilities to handle massive clouds of points. The ability to clean, cull, and filter those clouds of points now are handled through our out-of-core technology. The other thing that we've done is we've integrated the polyhedral modeler into the entirety of CATIA. So now if you create an excavation with a surface or a volume, you can use that exact geometry to cut or split your terrain without converting geometry. It's a massive technological breakthrough, and we're excited to see that released for the first time in 22x.
What's new with generative design in construction, Jonathan?
Generative design. We've made a lot of great enhancements to our generative design capabilities, particularly through the computational designer for construction role. There are far too many enhancements to list here, but we've made major improvements to the user experience to create user operators, which are templates, the interface for the controllers and monitoring window, and the overlay, the graph overlay within the 3D immersive environment. It's a game changer, especially when you're working on a mobile device.
Thank you, Jonathan. Those are just 4 of the amazing new highlights in construction. Join us on the community to learn more about these and many more. And anything else you'd like to add, Jonathan?
Yes, please join us on the CATIA Buildings and Infrastructure community. There you'll find all the details of what's coming in 22X, as well as content that we're delivering on the wiki pages.
We'll see you there. Now we have the chance to meet the VP CATIA R&D for Cyber Systems, Frederic Boursier. Follow me. Hello, Frederic.
Hello, Dominique.
Frederic, I understand that you're relatively new with the company. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your ambitions?
Yeah, all right. It's been almost a year now, and this is an exciting journey. Before I joined, I was actually involved in the software industry as well as in the automotive industry. And lately, I've been driving teams of engineers who was in charge of achieving one of the most important challenges in these days, which is to deliver autonomous driving vehicles. And what we learned from this experience is that the challenge can only be resolved if you're able to simulate early and to work with a digital twin of your environment. And when I found the possibility to join Dassault Systèmes, it was obvious to me that this is spot on. That's their strategy, and this is what we need to succeed.
Wow, okay, an amazing motivation. Thank you, Frederic. With that context, we're learning more about what's new in CATIA R2022x. Can you tell us more about what you and your teams have achieved in this release? I think there's 3 things you want to share with us.
That's correct, Dominique. Systems is about what the systems do first. And we do a functional architecture and description of the mission of the system so that we can engage with the different disciplines of engineering that are involved in the design to do a system which is meeting its mission. So the first thing that we're going to do in 2022 will be about the continuity from this level of design at the system level to the discipline engineering. And for that purpose, we're working by integrating CATIA Magic with the 3D Experience platform so that system models can be designed with the 3D Experience platform in SysML.
Okay, so that's the first one, CATIA Magic, being integrated into the platform. And what's the second aspect you'd like to share with us, Frederic?
The second aspect is, once you engage in discipline engineering, we want to promote the end-to-end workflow that drives you from designing a solution up to the point where you're able to manufacture it. And in particular, we're going to update the role with the electrical engineer to be able to have this workflow fully covered continuously from the 3D installation in a cockpit to the schematics to the moment where the form board is made available so that manufacturing can happen with the manufacturing guideline.
And what's the third thing we should know about, Frederic?
The third important improvement will be relating to validation. So once your system has been designed, has a behavior, and has been going through the various steps of discipline engineering, it's about verifying that the model of the system will behave as it should. And we engage with a partnership with AV Simulation to provide CATIA Scanner with the 3D Experience platform. CATIA Scanner will provide you with a driving simulation for the vehicles to verify that the vehicles, once they have a behavior that is integrated, will behave as they should in an environment that represents the real world with everything that can happen in a real world.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we close, or as we close, Frederic?
Sure. I'd like to thank the teams of engineers who have been contributing to everything we deliver this year. And I'd like to call the CATIA community to stay tuned because we are continuing to improve what we provide, and we have a huge ambition to continue the journey.
So effectively, thank you, Frederic. Join us on the CATIA user community to learn more about these subjects and many more. We'll see you there. This concludes our visit to the heart of CATIA. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Feel free to leave your comments, share some ideas. Let us know if you liked the video, if you'd like to see more, and other topics you might like to know about. I'd like to give a big thanks to our speakers, Olivier, Xavier Romain, Frederic, and Jonathan. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Have fun, continue creating with CATIA. Join us, we'll see you soon.